Good afternoon to the investment group. I am Elijah Thompson, CEO of Vice Ice Incorporated, just giving you our sales pitch on Vanillin Production. Let's start off with the team. So first, like I said, I'm the CEO of Vice Ice Incorporated. Then we got Cody, who's going to be our COO of Vice Ice Incorporated. Nicole, our VP of Vice Ice Incorporated. And we have Blake, our CTO of Vice Ice Incorporated. Now, why vanillin? Well, due to the aromaticity of the benzene ring of vanillin, which this is what vanillin looks like, has those three functional groups around the benzene ring. It can be used for a whole host of different things. Primarily used as a flavor molecule for just about anything that's artificially flavored: ice cream, toothpaste, candy, soda, various foods. But it also has a lot of medical applications as well, because due to the nature of the benzene ring and the amount of functional groups that are on there, there can be added, or those functional groups can be interchanged. And with those functional groups being interchanged, you can switch them out for various different things, doing some nice, lovely chemistry to make some good kind of pharmaceuticals, especially when it comes to things that inherently kind of taste bad. It's really good to be combined with things or stored as a powder to be used with like flavoring of these molecules. I am going to hand it off to Blake so he can kind of go over these mechanisms. But yeah, I'll be back.
Our synthesis for vanillin starts at benzene. We at first do an electrophilic bromination. Then we move on to sodium hydroxide and water being used to convert that bromine group to a hydroxy group. We will then attack it again with bromine electrophilically. We will end up with a 1,2 adduct as well as a 1,4 product. The 1,2 product is what we will separate and move forward into the next step, where we again use sodium hydroxide and water to convert that bromine group to a hydroxy group. And the reason we did it in this order is that the hydroxy groups are going to increase the rate of reaction for the following steps that we need. From there, we brominate it one more time, looking for that 4 position to be taken up by the bromine. And then we're going to use a slight excess of tausyl chloride so that we can protect both of our hydroxy groups for the further steps. Moving on to the second part of our vanillin synthesis, our next steps is to combine our intermediate with magnesium metal and ether. This gives us a Grignard reagent that is then capable of attacking the formaldehyde we will bubble through the solution, and finally quench that reaction with water to give us a aldehyde that replaces our original bromine group. From here, we take a limited quantity of TBAF and deprotect the 2 position in order to react it in the Williamson ether synthesis. However, we need to first protect our aldehyde group with ethylene glycol and tausyl acid, which is used in catalytic quantities to drive the acetal formation that protects our aldehyde group. From here, sodium hydride is used, and that deprotonates our unprotected alcohol group in position 2, which is then combined with methyl bromide, and this gives us a methoxy group in the 2 position of our compound. From here, water and a little bit of acid is used to deprotect the acetal group that was protecting our aldehyde. And from there, we then use, again, a limited quantity of TBAF to deprotect our one position hydroxide, giving us vanillin as our final product.
Okay, so I am back, Elijah here again. And so, with this kind of proposed synthesis pathway, one of the great, lovely things about this is it's extremely lucrative. So, with all of these reagents, and we have definitely scaled these down just for, easier digestible numbers, but essentially, with a with just 10 grams of this vanillin, it's about $943 market price. Now, subtracting the amount for the reagents cost not even $60. It's 58.67, and really, for a almost 12-step synthesis, really good price. So with that, profit margins, we're looking at about $884.33, with minor fluctuations, due to availability and things like that. But as long as prices stay the same for the reagents, this is generally how much 10 grams, just 10 grams of this, can sell for. And it can be used for a whole bunch of things, especially because van- uh, vanillin is a flavor additive, or it's a flavor molecule. It really can be used for standards, comparing with flavors, and things like that. But it's a really, really good molecule. Thank you for your time. I hope you really enjoyed our presentation.